How to fight a DUI without a lawyer. Here are 5 things you need to know. First, check if you can get legal aid. Now, you're probably watching this video because you don't have money to hire a lawyer, but you may be able to get the government to pay for a lawyer through Legal Aid Ontario. Now, you need to qualify for legal aid, and it's based on financial means. We've laid out those requirements in our Ontario Legal Aid Calculator, which will let you know if you qualify for legal aid for your DUI charge. You can get access to our Ontario Legal Aid Calculator. The link is in the description of this video. If you're eligible for legal aid, you will get a legal aid certificate, and you should contact lawyers that accept legal aid. Now, a lot of lawyers do accept legal aid, and you can get free consultations to decide who you want to work with. Second thing you need to know is that if you don't qualify, you're not alone. Now, you're not alone because you can have something called duty counsel represent you. Now, duty counsel are lawyers paid for by Legal Aid Ontario. They're available on demand, and they're in every criminal court in Canada. Legal aid lawyers are criminal lawyers, but they operate differently from typical criminal lawyers that you've hired. So the main difference is focus. These legal aid lawyers are not dedicated to your defense. They assist you on the day you're in court, and they're also assisting anyone else that needs help with their legal cases. So with duty counsel, you get limited focus, minutes only, but it's better than nothing. Third, find out what penalty the Crown is looking for. Now, you've been charged under the criminal code, and your specific charge will have penalties associated with that charge. Now, these penalties are generally not fixed. They're usually a range of penalties. So you could find out these penalties on what the Crown is looking for on what's called a screening form. This screening form is prepared by the Crown, and it will outline what the Crown is looking for in terms of penalty in the event you plead guilty before trial, and what they'll be looking for if you take your case to trial. Give that screening form to your duty counsel lawyer. 4, get all your evidence. Now, you are legally entitled to get all the evidence that the police and the courts will be using against you to prove the DUI case. The reality is, however, the Crown will often give you what they have and what's good for their case against you. Many times, the Crown does not give you what you need. In other words, you're not going to get all the evidence that you're legally entitled to. It's often the evidence that they don't give you that may make the difference between winning and losing your case. So, for example, ask for video footage, okay, when you were placed in the police car, or footage when the police were interacting with you, or video for the time you were in a jail cell. Ask for things like a McNeil report, and there's more. Bottom line, get all the evidence. 5, get free lawyer consultations. Now, there are a lot of criminal lawyers in the market, and it's very easy to get some free advice, some free consultation. You'll probably learn a lot about your circumstances that may help you with your case. And because there are so many criminal lawyers, also prices are very competitive. Ask lawyers what their fees are. Maybe you can afford it. Ask if these criminal lawyers will fix their fee into a block fee and not pay hourly. And finally, ask if they offer payment plans, because you may be able to borrow some money if it's an affordable price, and oftentimes lawyers will give you a deal to get the opportunity to defend you. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out.